Well, that said, let's go ahead and jump into the daily challenge. So, for today, we have a small deck challenge. Our starting clan is Exile the Remnant with Little Fate, and we have traditional Stygian Guard as our subclan. We have Yeet Apocalypse, you must purge a card after every battle, and Permadeath, any non-champion unit which dies is purged from your deck. So this means we can get our basic cards out of the deck very easily. And finally there's Gravity, at the end of the turn, descend friendly units. Yeah, Yeet Permadeath is certainly good for infinites, and it looks like our dear comrade has already found such a combo. 57k, pretty good score. The other scores are all around 46 to 49k. Yeah, looks like there's definitely an infinite today. Runtime of a little bit over an hour. We'll see. Maybe it's an accessible combo. Maybe it's one I don't want to do on stream. I'm definitely not gonna rely too much on combo here. We have Daedalus with Explosive Sigil, Arcus with Incant and Harvest Chart, and Seraph with Spell Consume. Starting cards are Entombed Explosive Titan's Gratitude and Wicked Blaze. Seems reasonable. Wicked Blaze is a bit hard to use, same goes for the Primitive Mold. With Permadeath we only have Little Fate as the target. Combustible Vex and Votive Key. Votive Key is kind of cool with Permadeath because it prevents the unit from being purged. But it can also be a little bit annoying. Now I wish we checked our champion beforehand. I don't think we... yeah. I don't think we want the Votive Key, to be entirely honest. Combustible Wax is probably better. Burnout is always a hard sell with Permadeath, but with Combustible Wax it becomes relatively safe. Wish I had looked at the card a bit more. The map. I should have looked at the map a bit more beforehand. This is a tough choice. I don't like any of these artifacts because... Let's go with Votive Key. That means Little Icarus will be a much less useful pick here. Luckily it's not available anyways. Firelight was one of the reasons why I thought about going with the smoke bomb there. The combustible wax, the burnout increasing artifact. Fun fact, that actually used to be called smoke bomb and had a different effect in private beta. Extinguish effects. Both of them have them. Eternal Flame is powerful. That's for certain. How do we get our flying boss kills? I think for flying boss kills, Eternal Flame is a bit too slow. Firelight has higher potential, but it's also more risky. I'm gonna go with Firelight. We're in a daily challenge here, we take some risks. No boss enemy units enter with spikes. Oh, by the way, hi Night Breeze. Welcome. Happy to see you. Do we endless entombed explosive? I think so. Alright, this guy and his damage shield. That's actually really annoying. This doesn't really work out. If I put Little Fate in the front, then the explosive won't die. This guy will keep the damage shield. I just need the Titan's gratitude to discard the train steward. There we go. Primitive mold to bring back Fate. This thing. I'm wondering if we just stack the entombed explosives and use Little Fate in front. That's not enough damage to get a kill, but that's not necessary. This guy will have Burnout 3 this turn, Burnout 2 next turn. That should get me the bottom floor boss kill. Alright, the backliner is gonna burn out this turn. I forgot about that. We can ignore those if we get the bottom floor kill. Little Fate wants to be in front because she has low burnout and buffs the other units' burnout. And this is the kill. Can we get rid of a train steward? We can. And we should. Okay. Yeah, my day has been going pretty well so far. Thanks. Draft. I kinda want to include Draft with this Little Fate path. I'm gonna pick it. Helical, Mollusk Mage, Energy Siphon. We could do an Energy Siphon Titan's Gratitude build. Then I really should have picked a different Little Fate. I'll take the Energy Siphon anyways. Primitive molds want to get out eventually. But let's start with the Frozen Lances actually. The primitive molds hitting the Little Fate. That's still pretty good. Unit upgrades on the draft could be nice. Spell upgrades, looking for double stack on Energy Siphon and damage on the Titan's Gratitudes. That's a thing as well. Let's go for that route. Oh ho ho. This is nice. Now I would gladly take a dupe. Do we reroll? Yeah. Should we? Or even this? 175 damage just to finish bosses? I think we do this. And we keep the other one around. Whoops. Big Sludge. And Lady of the Reformed. I like Lady a bit more here. Let's take one. Seems good. Mark of Invasion, sure. Let me think about this. Well, not much to think. Actually, if we want to prevent some damage, we need the Entombed Explosive on the top. Yeah, I want to prevent some damage. So we're only taking 3 this turn. Collector on the top, can we get it? No. Because we don't have the Ember to play everyone. It's 3 kills, 4 kills. We can get all 4 of those dead. And I think we should. But who do I keep? If I play both units... I can't play the Draft alone, otherwise it will get killed by the Clergyman. I could play the Entombed Explosive and the Titan's Gratitude, then we still take 1 damage. But I kinda also wanna have the Draft on the bottom floor here. Does the Draft need Endless? It doesn't. But the Explosive does. That's 18 damage with the Frozen Lance. This doesn't work out. Yeah, I was getting myself in a bit of a pickle there. This fight is hard to optimize. How much damage are we expected to take when we set up on the bottom floor? And like the plan we pursued before basically expected us to take about 5 damage, which is 10% score loss. Is the boss gonna be on his own, or at least in front here? If so, I could try setting up the top floor and perhaps hope I get Titan's Gratitude at the right time. Because 175 is enough to one-shot the boss. That means I could safely set up the top floor. I think that's a plan worth pursuing here. I need one more kill on this floor. Do I use Titan's Gratitude? I think so. Yeah, that will work. The Entombed Explosive survives this way. Alright, we have Gravity. Yeah, we can use Gravity. I forgot about that. The problem here is this top floor. This floor looks fine. I forgot about gravity being a thing in this run. Alright, you are too large to die. Well, that's okay. Gonna move down a floor. Might as well. Everyone except the Lady of the Reformed dies, which is actually perfect. That means we get to purge a train steward. These guys are endless. And we don't lose the lady. So this works out. Dripfall, Whiplash, Molded. I can see us wanting a Whiplash. Dripfall. Dripfall can be helpful as well. I'll take a Dripfall actually. Another energy siphon. Unupgraded. Probably not. Let's purge a primitive mold here. Actually, isn't Wicked Blaze just worse? I don't really care too much about the attack on my champ. And we won't ever have units in the discard pile. I mean in the consume pile. Paraffin Enforcer. That's a really good unit to have in a deck like this. Then we dupe Energy Siphon. We can always get rid of units later to get the better... No. You don't belong on this trial, on this challenge. Even though Dante does have some nice synergies with Little Fade and Paraffin Enforcer, I don't think we want him on this journey. He's not gonna be how we kill bosses or anything like that. Paraffin Enforcer and Little Fade on the bottom. Kill one of them. Alright, that actually immediately kills Little Fade. It's not a bad thing though. I don't want that train steward to die, so I'm not gonna kill this unit. We do want Little Fade back. Is it time to purge an Entombed Explosive? I'm okay with it. Wrong floor for Daedalus to be on. Burnout, 4 burnout. These guys are both endless. 34 is exactly the amount of damage we're dealing with these two. How much damage is Titan's Gratitude now? 3 times. That's more than we need. So if we get an empty floor next turn, we are good to go. Bottom floor is looking okay. But there's one unit on this floor that I don't want to be there. We have a variety of options here. I do want to kill this clergyman. Oh, if I dripfalled him the turn before? That's actually interesting. Kinda wanna find out. I think we kill these two. This might be annoying if Daedalus goes mid, but we don't have the thingy anyways. Yeah, I wonder how Daedalus behaves if we dripfall him that turn. What did we do with this train steward again? Alright, we killed one of those guys. Which killed Little Fate. This is better. So, like this. That means we won't have the Lady of the Reformed this turn. But that might be okay. Okay. Well, that worked out. Hey, it's a bounty stalker. And we have votive key. Let's click on it. Draw. Feel like we have too many units, but we can always get rid of them easily whenever we want. We need upgrades for the bounty stalker. Not sure if we want removals actually. Is Bounty Stalker a higher priority upgrade than our spells actually? Yeah, kind of, because we only need the spells ready for Fel. And our spells are basically already pretty good. Let's go for the Bounty Stalker upgrade. This is what I want. Now just need multi-strike. Oh yes. Okay. Bounty Stalker is taking up our Endless. Pretty much every turn. Feel like Frozen Lands has to go. We need to have some cards for the Apocalypse. Are 2 primitive molds enough? How many cards? 16, 15 after I purged another one. 2 primitive molds might not be enough. Does this mean I just purge a Train Steward? Yeah. I'm considering switching to Eternal Flame now, but I think it's too late. I think we stay on this path. Bounty Stalker will not be easy to use with this flicker path. But we'll see. Like, the problem is here, if I use Bounty Stalker on the bottom floor, and then I kill Little Fate, I put Little Fate behind, Little Fate will get killed and the Bounty Stalker will get burnout. So what I actually need to do is this. Then play Bounty Stalker here, so we have some more damage. I think we descend the Collector. Draft on the bottom floor makes a lot of sense. And I think we descend the Collector. We can get the kills here with Bounty Stalker pretty easily. We bring back Fate. Bounty Stalker on the top floor to get the kills. Fate bottom. Bounty Stalker can easily get those kills. I don't think we need the Entombed Explosives anymore, but Apocalypse kinda makes me think... Well, we do wanna remove one primitive mold eventually. I think I could get one Entombed Explosive out of the deck now and be happy with that. Actually, I'm gonna use the Entombed Explosive as a backliner here. Just with the growth from Little Fate. And I guess it's time to play the lady as well. I kinda wanna Gripfall the lady. Which I can't do if I play her this turn. So she immediately... No, Little Fate doesn't die this turn, it's fine. We can't get Bounty Stalker to the bottom floor. That doesn't work. Because he always burns out before he descends. My Paraffin Enforcer would die here. So would my other units. I can't use Bounty Stalker plus Stripfall, but what I can do is I can use Little Fate plus Stripfall. And that means we only lose the Paraffin Enforcer. Which should be fine at this point. This stage in the game. Because we are no longer relying on traditional units to win. We now have a Bounty Stalker. Can I restart this fight? Because I just threw away my Bounty Stalker? I sure hope so. So that was what the F was for. We threw away our Bounty Stalker by accident. Oh no. Why? Everything was going so well. We had a multi-striking Burnout Bounty Stalker ready to carry us through the rest of the trial. Oh, how do we come back from this? And we lost our Paraffin Enforcer. Well, I do see a way to come back from this, but this is not gonna be good for score. We can still finish the run. I played Little Fate before Bounty Stalker, so he burned out for good, permadeath and all that. We need cards that help us in the short term that we can purge later on. And we need Urgent Spines. Yeah, I have the votive key. First unit is endless. Okay, that changes things. Endless, that might be useful. Probably not. Don't have Ember Generation. We should be able to get a few kills with Petty Theft. 3 fights. Our deck is very small. We need to upgrade it before Fell. Merchant of Magic. Unstable Vortex. Unstable Vortex, I don't want it. No, we're going Gift. Actually, yeah. I think Gift is the correct choice here. Look, we're just not gonna make any more mistakes, so we don't need the endless upgrade. Savvy? Draft gets attack. Lady gets stats. Sure. And then another multi-strike on the draft, and that's gonna be our carry unit. Definitely don't buy purchase. We don't want purchase. Oh no. Not this guy. I think we can be okay. We need a healthy... We need a healthy Lady of the Reformed. It's not Harpy, it's Crystal Cloak. Healthy Lady of the Reformed. Because she can keep the burnout up during the stealth turns. Or we just nuke him. Maybe we just nuke him. Lady of the Reform wants the Endless. Just in case. We have another Titan's Gratitude that doesn't consume. I'm gonna wait for that. Not what I'm looking for here. Entombed Explosive is not enough. Actually, this is also not enough. But with the double stack, it will be. It's on the next hand. Entombed Explosive on the bottom floor won't be enough to kill the Clip Guardian either. And Entombed Explosive on the top floor won't die. Reform can hit my champion. That's the only reason why I'm using Reform at all. We're a little bit behind here. That makes me a bit nervous. But we need the gold. Don't need this card. Okay, there we go. That solves most of our problems. Craft, primitive mold. That's sweep. But we have burn. Oh no, where the Lady of the Reform gets hit. We can't one-shot this guy. So we need to 50-50 it. Well, that will do the job. I do want to keep the Titan's Gratitude around. Is there any use in descending the Master of Light? There is, yes. Because that allows us to keep him in the fight and not have to deal with him. We can pretty easily deal with him here though. Endless Little Fate. Or Endless Entombed Explosive. Probably Endless Explosive. I want to keep that around. This hand is pretty annoying because that's actually these are actually the cards I wanted for the boss. Luckily we still have them. That's not quite enough damage. But if we don't discard the other Titan's Gratitude, we have the kill with the spells. At the end of turn, frozen cards are reduced to 0 cost. I'm taking it speculatively here. Engulfed in Smoke is good, but we need to be careful not to hit Little Fate with it. Ice Storm. Ice Storm is never gonna deal more damage than Titan's Gratitude though. What do I remove? I think we still want Crushing Demise. Yeah, I think we just want to remove the pick we just made. Because I don't really want to remove anything out from my deck right now. I think we should go to the right, trying to find double stack for the Urchin Spines. No, we don't need it. We can dupe the Urchin Spines or the Energy Siphon. Probably the Urchin Spines, because it consumes. We don't want to draw into too many. We could even dupe the damage spell instead. Titan's Gratitude, so we would have 2 of those. That could be pretty good, because currently it's gonna be not easy to kill everyone in the front line before we use the Titan's Gratitude on Fel. Let's take a look at the caverns first though. Penance Yard. We are up against Seraph the Diligent. So yeah, I will take Ember Stasis. That gives us a way to remove frontliners before we nuke in the Seraph fight. That makes Titan's Gratitude a bit less necessary as a dupe, and we could go for Urchin Spines. Although these are 3 cost, we can play them in the same turn as Titan's Gratitude in the Fell fight. Huh. I want another Titan's Gratitude. That's actually not a Fell fight, it's actually an Arcus fight, and that makes a big difference because there won't be statues. And we can just straight up nuke Arcus out of existence. We need to start growing these units. Stays the backliner. I'm not happy with Titan's Gratitude costing 2. But I need a spell weakness, and it doesn't really matter that it costs 2 now. I do want to calcify the Embryo. Yeah, we can also purge the calcified embers. I guess that makes a lot of sense. 6 spell weakness. Ah, that's not the floor I wanted you to go. That's okay, maybe. We do want Endless on the draft, that's actually important. That gives us the kill on everyone on this floor. We don't have any important spells in hand, so I'm just gonna Crushing Demise here. How is the bottom floor looking? We need some help here. This is all we need. Then we primitive mode back Fade. Kill the top floor guy and apply more spell weakness. 9 times 175. That's almost enough. Waves remaining 3, so if we win against this wave... want this out of my deck. 9 times 175 is 1750 minus 175, which is 25 damage short. But we're dealing 70 now, so we don't need to energy siphon on this floor, increasing the cost of our spells. Problem is, oh no, we guaranteed have a Titan's Gratitude in the next turn, so we win this turn. There we go. Harness the Titan Deep Offering Remnant Pact. Deep Offering is good, because it allows us to apply more spell weakness in a short time frame. Do we purge a Calcified Ember here? Yes. Yes, we do. Man, things would be so much easier with Bounty Stalker. But this is working. Do we need another dupe? No, I don't think so. Not as a priority. In fact, I'm pretty happy to go for this Merchant of Magic. Do we want to consume, remove the Urchin Spines, and then cost reduce it? So it basically becomes an energy siphon with AoE. Not really. I'd rather double stack it instead. Cost reductions are nice. I think I want one on the Crushing Demise so I can more easily remove units. I don't want consume on this Titan's Gratitude. I want one that I can just play. Yeah, like that. Is anything worth permafrosting? Not really. I do want to cost reduce the Dripfall, I think. Consume, remove the offering, you meant? I don't know, honestly. I don't think that's necessary at all. I don't feel like we would be playing this multiple times. Let's see what we get from this relic. Yeah, I'll take that. That makes it easier to remove backliners, which helps with getting a free shot, a clear line of effect to the Seraph. Mark of Invasion. I mean, we have to take it. Just wondering how we deal with it. This is gonna be pretty tough. We only have to deal with the top floor ones though. Because the bottom floor ones, the mid floor ones will just die. Wow. Scary bottom floor. The mid floor ones will just die to the frostbite. So as long as we can remove these. Dripfall also counts as a removal. We can Dripfall and Titan's Gratitude to kill 2 of them. How to get rid of the final one? That requires us to set up on the top floor. And if we're setting up on the top floor, what does that mean? I can only kill one of them, sadly. Let's descend. We want to apply some spell weakness and I think we want to burn the Urchin Spines. And then we have to nuke one of these. This wave. This wave is scary looking. Well protected, this collector. Yeah, I don't think there's a way to get to that one. We want to draft with Endless. Bring back a Little Fate as well. Then we just nuke the Gilded Wing. This wave, I definitely Crushing Demise someone here. Nuke the Gilded Wing so we can get to the backliners. Yeah, Crushing Demise the Collector. I would love to, but it's a 1 in 6. And Crushing Demise is really valuable on the other floors. This floor will just move past us because of gravity. So we eventually have to kill this Gilded Wing somehow. Might as well do it now. I think we can get strong enough to deal with the boss just with our units. That should be pretty easily possible. Crushing Demise here. Definitely need Little Fate here. I should have thought about playing the Entombed Explosive actually. This Titan's Gratitude is 0 cost, so I could nuke the Wild Wings with it. Yeah, actually Deep Offering is pretty good here. To prevent some damage. Little Fate still dies to the Gilded Wing, but the backliners don't get hurt that way. Having Endless on Little Fate is actually not a bad thing. Is this just calcified ember, little fade? Or do we want to entomb the explosive? We can purge the calcified ember after this fight. Yeah. It's fine. Still taking quite a bit of damage here. But I'm okay with this. We are growing quite powerful. After all. Let's bring back Fade. Do we actually want the Lady of the Reform to die this turn? I think so. She has Endless. Brings her back with full health and huge stats. The only problem is she's gonna have lower burnout then. But that shouldn't be a big problem. I could also just keep her at this health and use stealth to protect my units. I kind of like that more. Stealth first, then Little Fade. This time around Little Fade first, then Stealth. Because the boss is coming up. Just place that there. Yeah, that wins. We can even save Little Fade if we want to. Okay. Now what do we need? Do we want a Votivary? I think so. I think we can benefit from a Votivary in this deck. Unnamed Home, Crystalline Seeds, Cuddle Hex. Is there anything we want here? Unnamed Tome, no, doesn't seem necessary with this deck. I can prevent Scorch in theory. No. And then we purge the final calcified ember. And then we get ready to beat up Seraph. By going to the left here. Is there any relic that helps us a lot? Totem Fragment doesn't work on Seraph as long as he's not in the train, so we don't want that. Yep, that's not what we want. Harbor Frost, Magic Power, cost reductions. Kinda gonna wanna get the cost reduction on Debuffering. Holdover seems unnecessary in this deck. We have such a small deck that we cycle through it pretty quickly anyways. Just gonna buy the cost reduction and leave. Isn't a second Debuffering just the best spell weakness application we could get? Taking a card for Consume Seraph. Yeah, that would have been a good idea. I do have a few cards that can be used this way. Like Crushing Demise. Maybe even Dripfall. Wonder which one is more useful here. Oh, nice snipe. This is a good setup. I wonder what we do with this Votivary. Just use it. as a unit to grow with Flicker as a jump blocker. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes the most sense, I think. Do we want it to die here? Not really. That's a couple 100 damage nukes for one. We don't want to consume this yet. Do we just debuffering and dig for spell weakness? Bottom floor is already pretty strong. This guy will die to frostbite. I think we just dig for spell weakness. We don't need the 100 damage nukes that urgently. I do want Little Fate back though. Apply some more power here. Then debuffering again. Should have thought about that. That was always a possibility. And maybe we discard it. Yeah! Nice! That was a very lucky discard. We no longer need primitive molds because Little Fate is just gonna have endless. Little Fate is just gonna have endless. So we can burn the primitive mold. Throw a Vengeful Shard and an Energy Siphon at Seraph. Prevent this yet? I think we consume the engulfed here. I didn't consume, yeah, I only consumed the spikes. Is this lethal? That's lethal. We don't even need that. Oh, we might as well. Boom. Playing a unit and 3 blights every turn. Yeah. That was a pretty early kill. I like it. We didn't do combo wombo stuff, but we still got a good score. I think we should be second place here with an above 50k. We did get early kills on every single boss, and we perfected most of the fights. Yeah, 51k with the non-combo deck. That's pretty nice. Even though we really messed up with our Bounty Stalker, that would have made things quite a bit easier. Bounty Stalker could have replaced a lot of the engine in this deck that we used to kill bottom liner, but honestly thinking about it, I'm not sure if that would have been faster. Maybe we could have made Bounty Stalker be a quicker kill than our spell weakness shenanigans, but I'm glad we had the spell weakness stuff. If we had duped like Bounty Stalker 2 times, we could have gotten rid of the spell weakness stuff pretty easily and used the Bounty Stalkers for boss kills. That would have worked as well. And might have been even faster, but I'm not sure. This is actually a really powerful daily. I'm a bit surprised to not see more great scores here. Like 50k plus scores. Let's take a look at what Comrade build. I can already imagine how the deck looks like. 4 cards. Yeah, non-consuming, 1 cost debuffering, gift for a guard. And a subsuming blade with a... yeah, something like that. And then just a couple of cards. Wickless Tycoon to get infinite gold with the Votivary. Makes sense. That's a good subsuming blade. He just optimized his gold. He didn't get a Daedalus early boss kill though. So I think if you start out with my plan and get the flying boss kill on Daedalus with Titan's Gratitude and Spell Weakness, and then move over to a build like this, you might get an even higher score, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's possible, because you might need more Merchant of Magics. You might need more Merchant of Magics. Then you have to get this upgraded and also get the Titan's Gratitude and the Energy Siphon upgraded. So it might not work out, but maybe even with an unupgraded Energy Siphon you could get a flying boss kill on Daedalus. Just a bit slower, but maybe not. Yeah, no, that should work out. You only need to play 2 Energy Siphons and then Titan's Gratitude. So, although the timing would be difficult. What did other people build? Well, that's a weird little fate. What's the point behind that single upgrade of Firelight? Well, we will never know, because he burned out all the units. I can see Little Fate being capable of doing a lot by herself, and then just these spells complementing the deck. But apparently they had trouble dealing with the Shade Wings. I can see that. This trial wasn't particularly kind. That's me. This guy got an 8-turn boss rush though. Non-consuming double-stacked Urchin Spines. That's a good way to apply Frostbite. And these deep offerings. Lightstone Casing is really powerful for this run. We only beat this guy because we managed to... Well, he had trouble in the floor fights. A lot of trouble. Not just because of Daedalus. Yeah, that makes sense. Endless Bounty Stalker with Burnout. The Endless is such a waste, but I guess you can use the votive key for something else. And you can even use the votive key. You can even mess up and Bounty Stalker will still be fine. But he's so small. 119 attack. It's nothing for a Bounty Stalker. And again, there wasn't any intent on death shenanigans this run. Okay. Well, that was a fun daily. We had a pretty big mess up, but we still managed to get an above 50k score, and pretty much everything went flawlessly. After the mess up, I was really focused, so I think I played it pretty well.